Alright, so here we have Greg Ringle with his Goblin Raw 700, and this is Jason Blaylock. We are going to talk about funnels. Alright, so Greg, what's your first step for learning a funnel?
So obviously you gotta be able to do your standard circuits, right? You gotta be able to apply coordinated turns. So the assumption is that we can do that. So I'm gonna go inverted.
Okay, so inverted.
And then I'm going to literally start, let the helicopter track tail first. I'm doing tail first flight, right?
So basically just a circuit.
Just a simple little tail first flight. Not trying to go fast, you know?
Alright,
So once you've established that, I just roll the tail down. So now I'm using left rudder and I'm using left aileron. And hold this little negative.
Alright, hold that for a second, I'll show your sticks.
So you see we're just using a little left rudder, a little left aileron, both sticks going the same way, you know? And it's just small turns, you know, like anything else, it's small adjustments.
Tiny movements.
Yeah, tiny movements, but I got a very low angle of attack. So when I first started doing funnels, I kept it a small angle of attack. Because if all of a sudden you get nervous, it's just a hover. Just hover and we're done, right?
So that's your bailout.
Yeah, my bailout. So it's like any maneuvers, right? You always ask yourself, if all hell breaks loose, what's my exit strategy? So if you're doing an inverted, nose up funnel, your inverts, right, can just be hover, pull back on the stick and hover, right? And we all have a hover, right? We all know the hover. So as you get more and more comfortable in this orientation, just get yourself a little bit higher angle of attack. So get that nose in. It's going to drive the helicopter faster because you're going to have to provide more collective because you're losing lift, right? Because your helicopter's now more vertical.
Right.
So you got to go more speed, a little more rudder, a little more aileron. But that's pretty much how it works.
Alright.
The other thing I always practice is how you move it. So I want to move the funnel to the left or right. So I let it drag a little further out. So I clear on the backside, I'm going to let it travel. So I'm going to just get off the aileron, get off the rudder, let it travel.
Right.
Then I'll pick it back up again when I got that rudder. And I got a little high there. But just getting used to let them travel. And then like I said, then you can go tighter. The tighter you get, the harder you got to go with the clutch.
And aileron.
You got to drive a little faster. And you can tighten them up, you know. Jason, you do a really nice tighter. You're doing tighter, and rolling faster.
There you go.
All right, so we've got Mikey here doing funnels. So this is a upright tail down funnel. So same basic concept. It's just we're tracking upright now.
Oh shit, you just slipped off the stick.
Yeah, that's why we go 3 mistakes high, right, Mike?
That's correct.
Yeah, we'll pick it back up again.
So the funnel is a very basic move, but it can turn into some pretty cool things.
You can do a lot of fun stuff with it. Then obviously we always talk. Once you do something with right rudder, you need to go right rudder, right? So we're gonna really see if Greg can do this, right?
Which I am horrible at personally, but you know.
But that's how we practice, right? So I let it travel there, so I'm letting it travel. Now I'm getting harder on the sticks, a little more aggressive. So I'm going to bring it around. And you'll notice this is my lesser flowing than things. So you see I'm not as smooth.
Oh yeah. Just a less angle of attack so that you have more time to do the corrections.
More time to think, right?
Yeah.
You know, so you'll notice that I'm not as aggressive, not as smooth on this one. I like to drive the tail. So something I always tell myself is drive your tail, drive your tail. You know, if I let the tail lag behind or I overdrive it, then you don't, you start dropping off. So you don't miss.
Right.
Then you can whip hero and go the other direction.
Yeah, that's fancy.
And you're right. Yeah, boy, that was not good, was it?
Hey, it looked good on camera.
You know, nice thing is we can edit that out and nobody will know what we're talking about, right? So you can just start doing figure eights with these things. Cross, drive it, cut it a little sharper. Yeah, so I gotta get better at that. You know, once again, so everyone's handed, right? So that direction I'm better at, right?
Right.
All right, here we go. We're gonna focus, right? Pay attention. Oh, that was slower, but you know what?
It looked good.
Good. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. You don't have to be paid, so you don't have to say that. But that is funnels.
There we go.
Should we play?
Yeah. Play. There you go. Funnel.
Hey, there's a funnel. And then what we do the other way? TikTok's both ways.
Hey. Nice.
Oh, then here's the other funnels we do, right? So if you in, you could do
Oof.
nose up. You gotta be doing nose down, right?
Maybe this will be easier for some people. For me, it is not. But
Well, I guess it's
you
how
never
your
know.
mind's wired, right?
Yeah. It's like I'm left-handed, you're right-handed. Never know. You have telemetry on this thing?
I do.
You've been in there for 7 minutes.
Oh, kind of. All right, Jason, so what are we going to do here today?
Alright, so since you were just doing funnels, let's talk about hurricanes, because they're pretty similar.
Okay, so what is a hurricane?
So, a hurricane is whenever your tail is parallel to the ground rather than perpendicular.
Okay.
So it's the same concept as a funnel, just instead of the tail pointing at the ground, the tail is parallel to the ground.
Okay.
So you can do them slow and smooth with a little bit of a bank,
Okay.
like that. Get into them same way as a funnel, just like what Greg was talking about earlier, with that low angle of attack so that you can easily flatten out and then it just coasts away.
So that's kind of your bailout, right?
Yep.
You get confused, get nervous, just kind of pop into the hover or flatten out.
So basically at this point you should already be comfortable with just doing circuits in whichever orientation you're going to try your hurricane in.
So right now this is just like I'm flying a big circle inverted tail first.
Yep.
All right.
And then you can kind of add a little bit more of a angle of attack, get more of a bank, pull a little bit more elevator into it to get that a little bit more collected to maintain your altitude.
Okay. Let's go pick up velocity, right?
Controlling that collective to maintain that same altitude, keeping that tail perpendicular to the ground, or parallel to the ground, excuse me.
So what's it look like when you hammer it?
technically I should be doing this both directions, but you know, do what you're comfortable with. And they're just a pretty big air movement that's kind of impressive.
All right. They make a lot of nice noise, that's for sure. Nice job. And then we have some fun, right?
Oh yeah.
And I guess that you could go nose first and tail first, huh?
Oh yeah, whichever way you want to go. I'm not as comfortable this way, so they're not as hard of a movement. I'm still at that lower angle of attack, so I have more time to just flatten out if I need to.
Yeah, always remember where your safe way home out.
Yep.
Okay, awesome.
Maybe sometime we can do these.
Oh, I think that's a future class right there, isn't it?
Oh yeah. We've got these funnels down.
All right.
We can turn it into the hurricane. Turn it back into the funnel. And do them tight. Or really tight.
Nice. You could pretty much just keep a whole flight entertained with funnels, couldn't you?
Oh yeah.
Different shapes, different directions, different orientations. 4.5 minutes. 4:20. Hey, 4:20. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm Greg.
Jason.
And I'm Mike. Remember, subscribe and click the bell.